Real Madrid is like a Netflix at this point. Like the problem that is going in Real Madrid right now is like a Netflix. I watch analysis. Is it my club that is doing this kind of thing? Real Madrid is a pure Netflix, honestly. Now, this is the problem. Kylian Mbappé sustained injury, and right now the main focus is over 1.5 million people. I mean, fans react. Their reaction is they signed a petition against. At this point that I'm making this video, it should be almost over. It should be almost 300 million. In fact, it should be almost up to 3 million people in petition against Kylian Mbappé. That Kylian Mbappé should be out of Real Madrid. Should be. They don't want Kylian Mbappé in Real Madrid. Like the problem that is going on currently right now is a huge one. Like I feel like Real Madrid is should be shown on a Netflix that people can watch because I don't understand what is going on. That at some point, Kylian Mbappe in a training ground was angrily like he's insulted or was angrily at one of the Abiola staff. That even also later Rudiger even go ahead to slap Avero Carreras and later apologize and he invited him for a lunch. He invited the whole family for a lunch. He invited the whole family. Now, even Real Madrid, Anthony Rudiger was involved in a heated argument with another first team player. He later apologized and invited his teammates and their families for a lunch. That is what really happened between and the person that he slapped was Alvaro Carreras. And the Real Madrid staff have complained about the attitude and professionalism of Alvaro Carreras. Sources close to him have rejected this claim. They have rejected this claim. Even Alvaro Carreras also going to complain about it. Now, Kylian Mbappe was involved in a heated argument. This is the part of the story. Was involved in a heated argument with a member from Avila staff. Is it happens during a training exercise. Now, Source and Mbappe spoke angrily and insulting terms towards the staff member who was acting as an assistant referee on the sideline of the match and had called Mbappe offside. Now, the incident did not go with many people around Real Madrid. Several people at the club and close to the club, including staff members and representatives of the club, criticized the player as well as the club for not taking a farmer stance. Now, with all these things that is going on, with all these things that is going on, it even make sure that they even make clearly to you that this is coming from Real Madrid. Everything that I'm saying is coming from Real Madrid, direct source. They're coming from Real Madrid camp, and also a lot of them is coming from even coming from directly from with all these things that has happened. Do you know what Perez says? Before I tell you like what Perez said, the Real Madrid Florentino Perez said, the Real Madrid president, I want to understand what is really going on in Real Madrid. If you are a Madridista, know what is going on. After Kylian Mbappe insulted with argument with the assistant referee being upset and he was sent off and he angrily it was like angrily and insulted him and Rudiger slapping Alvaro Carreras and all these things. What happened is that the atmosphere at Real Madrid is very bad currently right now. Incidents involving Kylian Mbappe and Anthony Rudiger are understood to be the flashpoint, and there is a worrying mood around the squad. There is a little sign of togetherness ahead of El Clasico against Barcelona, and that is going to be on the 10th of this month, on the 10th of May. So right now there is a little sign of togetherness. Now, with all these things going on, official statement from Kylian Mbappe camp encourage. Now, after the criticizing with all these things, this is what Kylian Mbappe camp has to say. They said part of this criticizing are based on the over interpretations of the element of what actually happens on the pitch that day related to a recovery period strictly supervised by the club. This is not corresponding to the reality of the commitment and the work that Kylian Mbappe does daily for the good of the team. So this is actually coming from the Real Madrid by Kylian Mbappe enters. Now, with all these things that is happening, do you know what Perez has to say? He said Real Madrid have zero doubt about the quality of the squad. The club believe that the squad is very good and there will be no reverend or revelation this summer. He never end there. He even went ahead to say that Florentino Perez has said that he believes that the squad is very good and that at least four of the top players in the world play for Real Madrid, of which the top of the four players that play for Real Madrid, there is no way you cannot mention Kylian Mbappe. Now, the president believed that the reason the team failed this season is because of the coaches, and the coaches he blamed Xabi Alonso and Avelo Abiola. But don't forget, he was the one that appointed, despite that being the head of the president, and he also has other hierarchy that can actually come together to bring idea of who is going to be the coach. Now, did not know Xabi Alonso and Abiola did not know how to manage the team and failed to build a connection with the squad. So Right now, most of the blame right now is now bringing back to Xavi Alonso. Now, he never finished for that. Now, the biggest issues at Real Madrid has been relationship between the coaches and the players. If in the Xavi Alonso era, multiple stars had issues with the coach after Abdullah was hired, the stars problem we are to solve, but new problem between the coach and the core of Spanish players started. In the case of Dani Cavara, Aviola believed that the captain was prioritizing himself and his dream of playing in the World Cup over what was best for the team. Now, in the case of Dani Ceballos, there is no relationship at all between him and the coach. They don't even speak to each other again. That is what is happening. Now, in the case of Raul Asensio, now this is between Aviola and the players in Real Madrid. So I just want to understand what is really going on. In the case of Raul Asensio, the player forced himself to play well barely fit against Celta Vigo. So while when Aviola gave him 10-0 minutes against Man City, the next game the player felt offended, which caused him to ask Aviola for an explanation in a bad manner. After that, Asensio didn't apologize to Aviola, kept dropping him from the squad. And even that, he apologized, he has barely played since. Now, in the case of Alvaro Carreras, the player lost his starter status after the 4-2 loss to Benfica. Una dey see where the problem dey come. Weeks after seeing how he has lost his status, Carreras blew up Abiola face with bad words and bad manners, which caused Abiola to punish him as well. Florentino Perez now believe that the top priority is for the next coach to have a good relationship, which could be to their clubs or could be this guy Mourinho, just Mourinho. So these are the problems that is currently going on in Real Madrid, and there is a lot of problem. And the more I think about this, the more crazy it is. Like crazy, what is really going on in Real Madrid? Like even you can even find out that they say Kylian Mbappé was upset as Xabi Alonso sacked. He told the club that he trusts Xabi works, and he felt that some player did everything just to get him fired at Real Madrid. Like the kind of crisis, the kind of things that is going on in Real Madrid, and even sometimes at some points, Real Madrid players believe that Kylian Mbappe lack of defensive effort hurt the team. They also feel that nobody from the coaching staff to the club told Mbappe explicitly that he needs to work harder defensively. Like the kind of problems, like I say, Real Madrid is like just like Netflix. They even when I say not everyone at Real Madrid believe that Kylian Mbappe is truly injured. They claim that he isn't the first time this season he has done this, but the club says he has suffered a minor muscle tear, and tomorrow it will be decided if he will play the El Clasico or not. So at this point right now, as a Real Madrid fan, let me know what you think about this in the comment section, because there are more and more updates that I will be dropping about the Netflix of Real Madrid currently right now. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Remember, it is all us that can help us to become, so you become us, you will respect us, and that is my 2 cents. Hala Madrid forever.